Hey guys, welcome back. So we're going to continue on with our development of our exciting game. So now we need to just reiterate what we got going on here. So let's run this real quick to get started and talk about what we're missing here. And all right, so we know that the coins are, going across. They're going to cross random, whatever the case is. We need to have some type of collision, like right there. That coin should never go through. It should collide. It should blow up. Something should happen. So when I'm running through, because if that happens, I'll die. Well, the guy will die. So let me stop it. So we need to build some type of collision, something that could work. So let's go under our did move class right here, and let's set up something that adds collision. So like we need some type of contact. So I'll say collision. So let's do this. So let's enter physics world right here. Physics world is it links to the what is it, the SK scene. So let's do physics world dot contact delegate equals self. So we need to add some stuff here. So in order for this to work, we have to go up to the game scene up here, class game scene, and part of the SK scene is this. So we could do SK physics contact delegate is what we're looking for. Physics contact delegate. So it's part of that class right here. It's the same environment. So that will fix that aspect of it. So now what we did is we added a collision. We're still not done. We have to inherit that library from here. So we have to open up the library from here, so that way this guy right here can work. Okay. So let's go down here and let's create a new function, and I'll call this one did start, and we'll do this. Build a little shell there. So we want to know when it did start, and we'll do an underscore contact, and we'll call that SK physics contact right there. Oops, we want just contact, not delegate. All right, so now we'll just test it and see if it works. Just do collide it. Boom. Let's go ahead and run it. And all right, let me see, where's my text at? Just hoping to get an output of it. All right, anyways, let's see here. Obviously that's not going to work yet, so let's go ahead and add some categories that allow us to figure out a way that these contacts can happen. So it's important that we kind of build something out there that allows us to figure out what is happening, if that makes any sense. All right, so let's go down here where we have our game scene. So let's add some variables here. So enter, let's say category, so we'll say coin, well, we called it Landshark, so let's keep it Landshark. Landshark category, which should have been something with coin. UI integer 32 equals times 1, and we'll use a lambda expression. So what we'll do here is I'm gonna copy and paste this several times, and it'll just change the name around. We'll call it coin category, because we're dealing with a coin. We'll just make it number 2, and then we will choose the other one is, I don't know, we'll have some type of explosion that we haven't created yet. We'll call it category, and that will be number 3. All right, so this will make sense once we actually get some stuff written here, how it works. So we need to come down here to the move, so when things are moving around, we have to figure out how we could link these guys together. Okay, so first thing is Landshark. We have this guy right here, equals the child node, and with name, we have Landshark. I call mine Landshark, you might have called yours something else. All right, and then we'll do an as, and we're using as to kind of like this is what it's going to act like, what environment. So it's going to act as a sprite node, and then we will have Landshark again. Oops, I can't spell. Landshark again, question mark dot physics body, question mark dot category bit mask equals what category? The Landshark category. So I'm going to see if it links up against it. Then we will come down to Landshark again, and we'll say the physics body contact test bit mask equals the coin category. So we're seeing if there's any interaction there with the category. I want to do semicolon every time. All right, so what we're taking here is we're taking this guy right here, which is our node, which is our guy that bounces up and down, and seeing if he has any interaction with this category, the coin category. Later on we'll put explosion category in there as well. Let's do, so we'll think, do I have my app up? Yeah. So it's still running. So if he hits the coin, or let's say that we have another object that blows up the screen, the explosion one that I'm thinking of, we could put that in there as well. So we could put or, and we will call that explosion category. There you go. So that way we set ourselves up. In case he hits the coin explosion category, something will happen. I'm gonna stop this because I think it's taking up my memory. All right, moving on, guys. Let's go down to coin. So we have let coin equal add coin, but what we don't have is we need to have coin in a physical body. We need to make sure that it equals the same. It equals the same size. So let's do this. Let's type in coin dot physics body equals sk physics body, maybe. And then we'll, so remember what type of shape that was? We had circle, we had whatever you want to call it, alpha, and then we had rectangle of. So we'll call it rectangle of, and we'll do coin dot size. Okay, there we go. That looks good. Hopefully you guys get that. More information here. So let's do coin dot physics body dot category by bit mask, like we did before, coin category, and then we'll do coin. Let's just actually, let's make this easy and just copy and paste instead of typing and change. So this one will be coin contact, that was category bit mask. So this one will be contact test bit mask equals coin category, and this one will be, let's see, this will be the Landshark, I think. Yeah, this will be Landshark category right here. Cool. Rerun this and see if anything changes. All right, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, okay. So it's kind of funny. It worked, but it moved our our object out of the way. So they did their job. They moved it out of the way. It didn't do exactly what we wanted to happen, but it did move stuff out of the way. So we are in, I guess we're in the right direction. Just have to make some changes here. But that's what the fun of it all. So let's go and make some changes to our code here. Let's create, because if you know here, when we click on this right here, we have a, oh, where's my menu at? All right, hold on. That is not what I wanted. Couldn't find my menu there. All right, so now like we click on this, we have Landshark here. So we want to give these a value. So we'll call this ceiling, and I will call this ground. That's what I think about when I think of that. Ceiling and ground. All right. So let's go over into our code. Make sure I save that. And make sure this guy stops because he's still running out there looking for stuff. We need to create some new variables. So go up to the top here. And this variable right here will be variable ground. Oops. And it'll be an SK sprite node. Oops, there we go. And then we'll create another variable and it'll be called ceiling. And it will be called SK sprite node as well. There we go. All right, excellent. So then we have our explosion category. We're going to do the same thing with these guys here. We're going to do let ground and ceiling. They'll be the same thing, UI and 32 equals 0 times 1, and this will be 4. All right, so that gets that started for you guys. Now let's go down to our override function, did move. So we have our collision, we have this guy right here, so we're going to come down here. And let's see, what else do we need here? Let me think about this. So we have SK sprite, Landshark category. All right, so let's create a ground equals child node with name. We'll call it ground. And we'll do as question mark SK sprite node. And then we'll do ground. Same thing as we did above there. Dot physics body. Let's see here, question mark, category bit mask, and equals ground and ceiling, equals that. We could do the same thing for the ceiling below that, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make life easy. I'm going to copy, I'm going to paste, I'm going to change the values around and call it ceiling, and I'm going to call this ceiling, perfect. This one is going to be called ceiling. It's just going to grab that value at the top, which we don't see anymore. Let's see here. Let me think about this. All right, so that is going to be the same. So that will be fine. I feel like I'm missing something. Huh. Where did I put that count timer at? I'm gonna change this, you know, like I have the game timer. I'm gonna change it to below this and put it below here at the bottom. Kind of fit up times. All right, cool. Let's see if that works. Well, let's see what happens here. Actually, let me stop it for a second. Let me see if I can get my bottom part to see, because I want you guys to see when there is a collision, there should be something displayed down here. And I don't remember how to pull that editor up at the top of my head. Navigators. Show. Huh. I can't remember because there is a way it'll show if it collides. So if you have that menu, it'll show if it'll print it. So it's kind of still doing the same stuff though. So if you click this right here, this comes up. So let's run this again. Wait for it. All right, so here's the problem. It's not outputting there, so something's not working. It should print that it should print that there is a collision, but it doesn't realize that there's a collision, so I have something wrong with my code. I need to figure it out though. That's a problem. One thing I just realized is I had this twice in here and I didn't realize it because I did it here originally and then I built this. So let me take this out. I don't know if that fixes anything for now, but I'm surprised it didn't blow up. So let's see. I mean, there is collision going on there, but it's not printing. That's what I don't like about it. Oh, where's that collision at? Collide it. Did start. Gotta figure that out. Why it's not working. Darn. See if we can add something else to this. We'll get this figured out. I'm not too concerned about it. So let's add some gravity to this. So let's do coin dot physics body question mark dot affected by gravity, and we'll put equals false. What we're looking to do here is we're looking at our object will interact with that and know that it's touching it and move it around. All right, so let's do this. All right. It's not exactly what I was expecting. So that was a fail. Huh. All right, kind of pushed it completely out the way. Nice. So let's see, I noticed something. I have category up here and I should change this. Make them all the same. They're gonna, all right, I figured what's gonna happen. So let's copy and paste that. Make that guy happy, make that guy happy. Just make it all pretty consistent. I noticed that when I was doing it. All right, perfect. All right, so we have explosion. So let's add something to it. So let's see. Let's do Landshark dot physics body question mark dot collision bit mask equals ground and ceiling category. Okay, so we want it to collide with ground and ceiling only per se. Then we want to do the same thing down here, I believe. Let's see, let me think about this. So we have ground and ceiling category. We don't, I know that we're missing something here, and this might be part of the problem that we were having before. So we need to have ground dot physical body dot collision. This might be what we were missing. Now I think about it. We need collision bit mask equals maybe Landshark category. There we go. All right, that might have been what we're missing now I think about it. And then we need to do the same thing down here. We need to have, let me think about it. We might not, this might not be it, but we'll figure it out. So we need to have ground, question mark, physical body, dot, oops, question mark, dot, collision, bit mask equals Landshark category. We'll see if that works. All right, let's go ahead and run it and see what happens. Okay, it's improving. What's going really slow? Oh, there we go. Before it was moving it out of the way. So now look at this. This is actually interacting while it's the collision is happening. It's not, well, I don't like it going over top of it, but for the most part, it's doing a little better. All right, cool. Making some progress, it looks like. Might have been that I was missing that I didn't think about the first time. So that's good, guys. We're making progress. That's all that matters. Let's get back to it. So we are going to see here. I think we need to add score. I'm trying to think how we put that on our screen. Let's go over to our SKS right here, and I'm going to click up here and type in label and just drag this label somewhere here. Move this guy around a little bit. My menu's missing, and I want to make this bigger. I'll call it score label, but the little guy is very small right now. Oh shoot. Alright, what did I do? I moved stuff around too much there. Let's do it again. I want to make it bigger. Make it white so we can see it at least. Okay. I want to change the value to score. I'm going to move it to the top there in a second, but I want to give it some type of value. It's just too small. Let's see, what am I doing wrong? Right here. I just moved it up here. Position somewhere. So let's just run it real quick, see if it comes up on the screen. Alright, so there's the score. I don't like the iPhone X with this thing in here, so I hope that the iPhone 11, see, you see how things go across there? I hope they decide to get rid of that flap. It's kind of bothering to me. Anyways, that's just my opinion. So let's go ahead and stop. So let's go into the code aspect of it. And let's see here, what do we need to do? We need to set up a variable for sure. So let's go down here, and I'll do var score equals 0. Just add that right there. Let's see what else. So I got too many things open up here. So add it to score, and think of what else we need to do. Alright, so we need to add it in the did move section. So you get used to adding certain things in certain locations. So we'll put it above the timer. Keep it in this location. So we'll call it, I think we call it score label. Yes, I thought I called it score label. Equals child node with name. And then I think we call it score label. We'll double check in a second here. And we'll do as, and then sk label node. Let me double check. That's what I called it. I thought I called it. I might have called it score. Yeah, see, it doesn't recognize score label. That's what I was wondering. So let's go back up here, hit score, and I didn't call it anything. I went out of it, and that's why. All right, so let it a second to catch up. Definitely a little delayed. Come on, guys. I just changed it. Score label should work now. I fixed you. Why are you not recognizing me? Come on. Score label. Save it, guys. Alright, it's playing games with me. I should have recognized it by now. Alright, so let's be stupid here. I'll type it over if you want me to. Alright, so it doesn't recognize it. Why does it not recognize it? I have put it in there. I know why. I know exactly why. So let's, before we do that, let's go to the top here. Let me describe it up here. So I put score down there. So I need to do var score label, and then it has to be a sk label node. Now let's go down here and recode it again, and that should fix our problem. Jeez. All right, so score label, there we go. Now it's gonna recognize me equals child node, and the string is score label. This part right here would be, no, not that. Would be this guy right here. So that's what we're referencing there in that aspect. This is part right here. All right, so we have score label as this key label node, and that looks better. Perfect. All right, so let's go down further, see if there's anything else. Let's scan to see if there's anything that we need to add. We do need to add, we have Landshark child. We need to add something else here with the coin before I forget. Physics body, we need to add a collision bit mask and set it to 0. All right, so that might fix our issue a little bit. Some other problems that we had there. Just kind of scan through the code to see if there's anything I missed. Coin.position looks good. Set the direction. That looks, I'm actually gonna move this out of here. That looks fine. Coin.run. That looks good. Now this right here we need to change. So let's get rid of this. It's just for testing purposes. So now we're gonna do score plus equals 1. So that it'll increment the score. And then we'll do, oops, I don't know why that did that. Score label dot text equals score, and then we'll do divided by, and we'll do score. Yeah, like that. Why is that doing that? Why is it doing the same line? All right. Now we need to do a conditional statement. We'll say these will be the rules. All right, I don't know why it's doing that for me. All right, so if contact dot body a dot category bit mask equals coin category, then contact dot body a node body a dot node dot remove from parent. There we go. And we're just going to add a similar one next below it. So let's copy that, make life easy, paste it, and instead of body A, let's say body B. We'll talk about that later. And coin category. Yeah. I think that's all that we have missing, so let's see what happens when we run this. All right. All right, so, not what I was expecting at all. So something's jacked up. Let me figure out what's going on here. I did start here before, and did start is not even a function that we can use. We have to use did begin because that's what they have there. That's what's in the code. So I was using a function that didn't even exist, and that was part of our issue. So we do need to increase the speed because when that thing goes up, it goes up really slow. So I'm going to do 100,000, I think, here, because I'm gonna do this right here and see if I can increase the speed, because I noticed that it's going really slow. So let's do this. Let's see if this fixes our problem. Oh my God, it's going too fast. Whoa, don't want that. Wow, did you see him drop down? Yeah, that's actually, it's screwing me up here. So let's go back to 100,000. Let's see what that does. He went way fast. It was like a Marvel comic. All right, once again, he went too fast. Let's stop that. I had 10,000, so let's put 20,000. Hit run. All right. deal with that. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Well, looks like I got some problems, but I have to think I need to lower the ceiling because the ceiling is way up at the top. So like, you know how like I have the ceiling on here up here? We need to move that down so that saves us some problems. But this is the end of this video. So we're making some good progress, guys. Thanks for watching. Good day.